Hello and a warm welcome to Conny Decorates today.
And I'm happy you're joining us again here at the window.
Exactly, at the window. And it's a pre-Christmas window, a Christmas decoration here in our dining room, kitchen and living area. Our space is all a bit open, so we really love that we can look up at it from the sofa later. Exactly, and all of this comes from the garden. These are larch branches, we have pine branches, fir from the garden, and also some cones we had. You also know the bottles. We once had eucalyptus in them, all homemade. The little gnomes are swinging, and if you want to know how it works, stay tuned, because we're going to show you now. We'll start with the things we need today for the all-natural window decoration, and we'll show you how it's done. Micha, pan down for a moment, and today it's really all natural, because I was just in the garden, and this is truly everything I collected there. The larch branches, definitely the pine branches, and I even have some really nice ones. There are even some great cones still attached. Look, you can see it here, Micha.
Yes, I can see it.
Great, right? And from our fir tree, which is across from the larch tree. And here I always have a little bag, because I still need a bit of tree bark. Then I have a string of lights. It's 1 meter long with a plug for the socket. That's always significantly better if you truly want more abundant light, because with batteries you simply cannot get as much illumination or brightness as you might desire. That's why I chose this one. Then I have some beautiful gold binding wire, another very thin binding wire, or perhaps a decorative wire, some charming wooden stars, a little bit of ribbon. I'm not entirely sure about the color, maybe green and gray. I just found some small tinkling bells, precise side cutters, sturdy garden shears, the essential hot glue gun, and I think a drill will also be needed.
Yeah.
And I would say let's get started. Before we start, I'd like to mention one subscriber wrote to me about this candle holder. I'm not sure. Yes, can we pan over here for a moment? We already had it on once when it was so gloomy outside. Exactly, and there's also wax up here. I just brought it up to show you again. Some of it spilled over a bit. As I said, a friend of mine sells these. I told her, can't you make a link for it? So if you're interested, feel free to browse down below in the video description. I think when we did the tiny house for Nicole, we had something like this as a little gift too. It was really nice with the succulents. Like I said, take a look below and have a browse. But now let's continue. And now I'm going to take this tree bark. I completely forgot because I actually wanted to include these two gnomes today. So I thought I'd take some tree bark and break it up a bit because it needs to be fairly straight so we can glue it together. So now, at this very moment, I am gently pressing down a bit and carefully breaking it apart into smaller, more manageable sections, and then I will proceed to take my reliable garden shears and precisely cut it right in the exact middle. See? And there it goes, it's already breaking apart right in the middle. If you have pieces that are roughly the same size and possess a similar general shape, you can carefully stack them neatly on top of each other, just like this. And then you can proceed to do a bit of precise fine-tuning right here. Simply trim them perfectly straight once again with your trusty garden shears or whatever appropriate cutting tool you happen to have readily available. Exactly, just meticulously even out the very ends a little more right here, ensuring a clean and uniform finish.
Yeah.
And then I carefully take the hot glue and apply it really nicely and precisely here because it's still a little bit bent and somewhat misshapen, and so that they can make much better and more secure contact, I prefer to generously use a bit more of the adhesive glue here at the very ends as well, ensuring a strong and lasting bond on the edges. And then I carefully stack them one on top of the other, pressing them together really, really well for now. Look, Micha, that's already a truly excellent and sturdy seat for a swing, isn't it? It's going to be perfect for swinging and playing for a long, long time.
Exactly.
Exactly. And now let's take a closer and more detailed look at the process. Adhesive and stable unit. And look, let me show you again here. The little elves have plenty of space here. And now you can easily use a simple hand drill or whatever tool you prefer, perhaps a basic hand drill or even a powerful electric power drill. I'll show you why in a moment. If you don't have that, you can also just fix a piece of wire here, and then you can hang the swing just fine. That's no problem at all. But I think Micha has a drill here, and he's just going to make a hole on each side. That was quick. There you go, done. And now Micha has made us some nice holes here, and I'm going to use this. I've been wanting to use it for a long time, and I think it fits really well, especially with this grey. And since the other decorations below are also grey, it's just perfect. And now we'll make the swing. I'm just going to twist this a bit down here to make it narrow, then thread it through here, and then you take the ribbon. I've just used thick wire here, but you could also use a wooden skewer or a needle or whatever you have on hand, even a crochet hook, of course. And now I have carefully threaded the beautiful ribbon through here just this one time. And I am now going to securely tie a knot at the very bottom, precisely like this, so that it absolutely doesn't slip through at all. Look how cute that is. And now, when we carefully tie it on, I'll just meticulously estimate about precisely how long it truly needs to be. And I genuinely think that should work quite perfectly and exceptionally well for the second swing. Here too, I'll just carefully cut off the other end and then gently thread it through the prepared hole in exactly the same precise way. And now the swing is already finished, and the little stars make a nice finishing touch here. Now I'll take a small star here, or you could also attach a little star in the middle if you like. Now I'll turn it around again, and I'll also attach this one a bit in the middle just to hold it in place. And what I will do now is to carefully add a beautiful star to the other side as well, because it is a window decoration, which means that you can clearly see it very well from both the inside and the outside, and I actually think it looks quite aesthetically pleasing and very nice that way. I'll do precisely the same on this particular side, and then the entire swing will be completely finished. So what I am going to do right now is carefully take this charming gnome, and since it will be hanging quite freely and openly, I will securely attach it right here on the very top. I have certainly seen it with the other delightful gnomes. It's a little bit tricky and somewhat challenging with the fabric material, but getting it off isn't really possible at all, but that is perfectly okay and acceptable. And now it's going to go straight into the window like this, and I'll do the same with the second swing and the other gnome as well. And you remember, Micha, last year when we went to Suzanne's entrance, we brought a gift, and that was the larch twig star for the front door.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly, back then we made it really Christmassy. I think it was in shades of red. Yeah, you can check it out up here in the info box. We made that as a gift back then. And today we want to make them for our window decorations, but a bit smaller. So now I will carefully take these delicate twigs and first arrange them here precisely in the distinct shape of a perfect triangle. Look closely. We simply place them down just like this with careful consideration. Then I will take my reliable binding wire and securely fasten the ends a bit, ensuring they are well secured. I'll cut off a small manageable piece of the wire, wrap it around once or twice for extra stability, and then twist it firmly right here. And since these particular twigs are truly super light and incredibly delicate, it's absolutely no problem at all to work with them in this manner. Now we have a triangle, and now I'll check again with the other twigs. I'm going to lay this over here now so you can get an idea of what it will look like when we fix them together. And now I'm going to make a second triangle. And I think size-wise this should work out quite well. And the second triangle is finished too, which I always find really, really nice. Personally, I really like it when you can see the wire peeking through here. I just like that. You could also run it all the way through here again like a little thread. I think that's really, really nice, but I didn't do it this time. And I would say, look, that fits perfectly. And now I am going to very carefully and lightly fix these specific points right here. There are precisely 6 of them in total with the wire once again. And with that, our very first star is completely finished. A few hairs, dog hairs. And what you can do now, if you want to see the silhouette even better, is to remove a few branches here if you think it's too much. But I really think it's beautiful just like this. Exactly. Now I'm going to make a second one, and this one will be a bit smaller, and the small one is finished too. So now we have both swings, both stars, and I would say we can already attach some ribbon here, so I'll go get that real quick. Today we really have a bit of that Scandinavian look, or a lot of natural elements, and I'm really happy because I found this beautiful grey felt ribbon, and I think it's just absolutely perfect if we can elegantly hang the delicate larch star with it. I'm just going to carefully tie a very simple knot here. Well, actually, I think I'll go with a more secure double knot after all. So, and then we can take the stars we still have. I'll just grab them real quick, and I actually think this contrast looks really, really nice. Now we can add our little stars here. Look closely, you can see just a little bit right here on the soft felt ribbon. It truly fits exceptionally well. Exactly, it really brings a lovely bit of brightness and a pleasant aesthetic into the overall design, and now we will carefully secure them in place. But I am only going to attach them from the very front, otherwise it definitely won't hold securely in position. I'd say let's head downstairs, Micha. We'll just quickly attach our stick here, then we'll hang it up, and we'll take the fir trees with us as well.
I'll do that in a moment.
Dear ones, that was our topic for today. Look, now we're down here and we'll show it to you again. I've just loosely attached the larch stars here. I've even wrapped the ribbon around up here. Here are 2 branches that I've attached here with wire. Then the little swings. You can balance them really well so they don't tip over. That works wonderfully. And yes, I decided to go with the string lights now. I actually wanted it like my friend has it, with the star being made. We can do that again outside. When we do the terrace, I think maybe we can still manage to do that. But for now, we've just placed them between the branches here, and I think it all goes together really well, and we really like it a lot. What you can do to make the branches last a bit longer, I've mentioned this before, is simply dip them in hot wax so they're sealed and retain their stored moisture a bit longer, and they last great. So, dear friends, we really hope we were able to inspire you today with this window-themed Christmas decoration. If so, we would really appreciate a thumbs up. Feel free to follow us on Instagram. You'll find the link down below in the video description, as well as for Facebook. There we always share little highlights and post beautiful photos as well. Laura always does a wonderful job with that, and we're looking forward to the next few days. Now Christmas is approaching quickly, and I wish you a wonderful day today and beautiful days ahead. See you soon, yours truly, Conny and Micha, your cameraman. That's right, dear friends. And if you want to take another look, down below in the video description, you'll find the link to Hof Ochres. Exactly, but now it's to our website, that's right. Yes, exactly. So down below in the video description is the link to our website, which is actually new, right? Exactly, he redesigned it, worked really hard again, and I think he did a fantastic job. And yes, there you'll always find the articles related to the topic we've just decorated. So go ahead and have a look around. See you then. Take care. Bye. See you soon. Bye.